Hello everyone, we are the Group 3 and our topic is about the Philippine National Police from the definition until the selection criteria under the Waiver program. So I am Jessica Malikad and I'm going to report about the Philippine National Police, the definition, their powers and functions, and the duties and responsibilities of a police officer. So, Philippine National Police is organized pursuant to RA 6975 or the DILG Act of 1990 as amended by RA 8551 or the PNP Reform and Reorganization Act of 1998. So, the Philippine National Police is a law enforcement agency under the operational control of the DILG and administrative supervision of the NAPOLCOM. So, if we say a law enforcement agency, they conduct arrests, search and seizures, and more, and they are also called as the prime mover or the frontliner of the criminal justice system. The Philippine National Police is an organization that is national in scope and civilian in character as provided by Section 6, Article 16 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So, ang PNP daw ay national in scope and civilian in character. So, i-discuss ko mamaya kung anong ibig sabihin ng national in scope and civilian in character. So, the Philippine National Police is headed by the Chief PNP with the rank of Director General, appointed by the President and who shall serve a term of office of 4 years. So, if we say national in scope, it means that the PNP is a nationwide government organization whose jurisdiction covers the entire breadth of the Philippine archipelago. All uniformed and non-uniformed personnel of the PNP are national government employees. So, ang ibig sabihin ng national in scope, ang jurisdiction ng PNP ay buong Pilipinas, whether sa Luzon, Visayas, and sa Mindanao. So, if we say civilian in character naman, it means that the PNP is not a part of the military, although it retains some military attributes such as discipline. So, ang PNP ay hindi part ng military, pero meron silang pinapanatiling mga katangian kagaya ng sa military, and ang example nito is yung discipline. So, the powers and functions of the PNP. Number 1, to enforce all laws and ordinances relative to the protection of lives and properties. So, ang mga PNP ang nag-e-enforce ng mga batas para sa kaligtasan ng mga tao and para maprotektahan ang kanilang mga ari-arian. So, meron tayong sa revised penal code, meron tayong mga crimes against persons, crimes against properties, and marami pang iba, and ang mga PNP ang nag-e-enforce ng mga batas na ito para maprotektahan ang mga tao, ang lahat ng mga tao dito sa Pilipinas. So, number 2, maintain peace and order and take all necessary steps to ensure public safety. So, ang mga PNP ang nagpapanatili ng kapayapaan sa ating lipunan or sa ating community, and ang example nito is yung the act of conducting patrol. So, number 3, investigate and prevent crimes, effect the arrest of criminal offenders, bring offenders to justice and assist in their prosecution. So, alam naman natin na ang mga PNP or ang mga police ang nag-i-investigate ng mga crime scene, and tinitingnan nila lahat ng mga ebidensya na nandun sa crime scene para ma-identify, ma-locate, and ma-arrest nila yung suspect. So, number 4, exercise the general powers to make arrest, search, and seizure in accordance with the Constitution and pertinent laws. So, kapag yung judge is meron siyang in-issue na search warrant or warrant of arrest, ang mga PNP or ang mga police ang may karapatan or may responsibilidad para mang-arrest ng tao na nakalagay dun sa warrant of arrest and mag-search and seizures dun sa nakalagay dun sa search warrant. 5, detain an arrested person for a period not beyond what is prescribed by law, informing the person so detained of all his rights under the Constitution. So, ang mga PNP or ang mga police ang nagde-detain din sa sa mga kanilang na-arrest sa lock-up jail inside the police station within 12 hours for crimes punishable by light penalties, 18 hours for crimes punishable by correctional penalties, and 36 hours for the crimes punishable by afflictive or capital penalties. So, dapat is ma-deliver nila sa proper judicial authorities ang mga arrested person para hindi sila makasuhan ng arbitrary detention. So, sinasabi rin dito na informing the persons who detained of his rights under the Constitution. So, ang example nito is yung Miranda rights, right to remain silent, right to have a competent and independent counsel, preferably of his own choice, right to be provided with counsel if he cannot afford the services of one, mga ganyan. And next is issue licenses for the possession of firearms and explosives in accordance with law. So, ang mga PNP din ang nag-i-issue ng mga lisensya para sa mga taong gustong magkaroon ng firearms para hindi nila ma-violate yung illegal possession of firearms. Then 7, supervise and control the training and operations of security agencies and issue licenses to operate security agencies and security guards and private detectives for the purpose of their professions. So, sila din ang nag-supervise and nagtatrain sa mga security agencies, and sila din ang nag-i-issue ng lisensya para sa mga security guards and private detectives para magampanan nila ng mabuti ang kanilang trabaho. Duties and responsibilities of a police officer. Number 1, he shall be ready at all times to perform his duties and obey the lawful orders of his superior officers or higher authority. So, dapat ang mga police officer ay lagi silang handa para i-perform ang kanilang mga duties, and dapat is ginagawa nila lahat ng mga iniutos sa kanila ng kanyang mga mas nakakataas sa kanya. Number 2, he shall be responsible for the efficient performance of his duties and adequate coverage of his beat or post. Dapat is responsable siya sa kanyang tungkulin, dapat alam niya ang kanyang ginagawa, and dapat is kaya niyang pamunuhan or kaya niyang i-manage yung kung saan siya nakadestino or saan yung beat or kanyang post. Number 3, he shall cooperate and coordinate with the members of his relief, district, or other division segments so that their teamwork may ensure continuity of purpose and maximum achievement of the objectives of the department. So, dapat silang makipag-communicate or mag-update sa kanilang mga kasamahan para malaman nila and alam nila ang mga nangyayari, and para sa teamwork and para magawa nila lahat ng mga objectives nila sa kanilang department. Next, number 4, he shall be available for duty at all times in case of special needs or emergencies. So, dito, dapat is ang mga police officer ay laging handa, and kahit off-duty sila, kung tinawagan sila na kailangan nilang mag-report, dapat is lagi silang pupunta, dapat is kahit anong oras man yan, dapat is available and ready sila na mag-report in case na may special needs or emergencies. Number 5, he shall respond readily and report punctually to all assignments. So, dapat is yung mga tungkulin niya or mga responsibilidad niya is nagagawa niya ito on time, and dapat is walang unnecessary delay. Number 6, he shall execute the service program within his area of responsibility, providing for prevention of crime, protection of life and property, apprehension and prosecution of offenders, preservation of peace, and enforcement of regulatory measures. So, kung saan siya nakadestino, kung saan ang kanyang jurisdiction, dapat is dun siya gagawa or mag-execute ng service program para ma-prevent yung commission ng crimes, para maprotektahan ang mga lives and properties, para ma-preserve yung peace and order sa kung saan siya nagtatrabaho or kung saan ang kanyang jurisdiction. Number 7, he shall familiarize himself with administrative and operational policies of the department. So, kailangan niyang maging familiarize sa mga policies ng kanilang department para alam niya ang kanyang ginagawa and para hindi siya makapag-commit ng anumang hindi maganda. Number 8, he shall be in prescribed attire and have the required equipment when reporting for duty. So, kapag nagre-report siya, dapat is palagi siyang in complete uniform, dapat malinis tingnan mula ulo hanggang paa. So, number 9, he shall be attentive to instruction and record information given during the briefing or roll call training and shall likewise record his activities during his tour of duty. So, dapat is mabilis siya and dapat is nakikinig siya sa mga instructions and nire-record niya lahat ng mga information na sinasabi nila sa kanya and i-record din niya yung mga activities during his tour of duty. Number 10, he shall supervise and inspect all public and licensed places within his area of responsibility. So, siya dapat ang nagsusupervise and nag-i-inspect sa mga lugar or mga properties, mga kahit saan mang sulok ng kanyang jurisdiction and dapat is pinapanatili niya na safe ang lugar na yon and walang krimen na nagaganap. So, that's the end of my report and thank you for watching.
Good day everyone, I'm Sheila Macora, BS Criminology 3BA. Today I'll be discussing the organization and composition of the PNP. Organization and composition of the PNP. So shall be headed by a chief who shall be assisted by 2 deputy chiefs. So the chief PNP is the Police General Debold Encinas, which he had his assumed office on November 10, 2020. And then Deputy Chief for Administration is the Police Lieutenant General Guillermo Lorenzo Tialzer. And the Deputy Chief for Operations is the Police Lieutenant General Cesar Hawthorne Rivera Binag. The Chief PNP and the 2 Deputy Chiefs shall be appointed by the President. So, ina-appoint ng Presidente ang Chief PNP and yung dalawang Deputy Chiefs. So, no officers who is retirable within 6 months shall be appointed chief. So, hindi pwedeng i-appoint yung mga officers na retirable within 6 months as a chief. And the PNP shall be composed of national office, regional offices, provincial offices, district offices, and city or municipal stations. So, tatalakayin ko po yan mamaya. And refer to the organizational structure of the Philippine National Police. Next, we have the KAME, the national headquarters of the Philippine National Police, located in Quezon City. So, it is formerly the national headquarters of the Philippine Constabulary that was named after the first Filipino chief of Philippine Constabulary, si Brigadier General Rafael Crame. So it houses the offices of the following: the Chief PNP, which is the Police General Debold Encinas, the 2 Deputy Chiefs, the Deputy Chief of Administration and the Deputy Chief for Operations, and also the Chief Directorial Staff, 10 Directorial Staff, 9 Administrative Units, and 10 Operational Units. Next, we have the Police Regional Offices. So, the PNP is divided into 17 Police Regional Offices. So, each headed by a Regional Director. So, meron tayong 17 na Police Regional Offices na headed siya by Regional Directors. So first, we have the National Capital Region Police Office or NCRPO, which is located siya sa Camp Bagong Diwa, General Santos Avenue, Lower Bicutan, Taguig City. So we have here the acting regional director of NCRPO si Vicente D. Danao Jr. Next, the Police Regional Office 1 located in Parian, San Fernando, La Union. So, we have here the Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Rodolfo S. Azurin Jr. Next, the Police Regional Office 2 located in Tuguegarao City, Cagayan. We have here Police Brigadier General Rizaldo Onieves, Regional Director of Pro 2. And then we have Police Regional Office 3 located in City of San Fernando, Pampanga, which is headed by Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Valeriano T. De Leon. And Police Regional Office 4A located in Camp Bigen, Vicente P. Lim, Mayapa, Calamba City, Laguna. So, we have Regional Director of Pro Pro 4A or Calabarzon, so Police Brigadier General Felipe R. Natividad, and Police Regional Office 4B located at Camp Efigenia, C. Navarro, Calapan City, Oriental, Mindoro. Police Brigadier General Pascual G. Munoz Jr., the Regional Director of Pro 4B or Mimaropa. And Police Regional Office 5 is located at Camp Pigeon Simeon Aola, Legazpi City, which is headed by Police Brigadier General Bart R. Bustamante. Police Regional Office 6 located at Camp Gen Martin Teofilo B. Delgado, Fort San Pedro, Iloilo City, which is headed by Police Brigadier General Rolando F. Miranda. Police Regional Office 7 located at Camp Sergio Osmeña Sr., Osmeña Boulevard, Cebu City, headed by Regional Director, Police Brigadier General Ronnie S. Montejo. Police Regional Office 8, Camp Roberto K. Congion, Palo, Leyte, headed by Police Brigadier General Ronaldo F. De Jesus. And Police Regional Office 9, located at Mercedes Road, Camp Colonel Romeo A. Abendan, Zamboanga, headed by Police Brigadier General Ronald Henaro A. Ilagan. Next is Police Regional Office 10, located at Camp 1 Lieutenant Vicente G. Alagar, Cagayan de Oro City, headed by Police Brigadier General Rolando Barahan Anduyan. Police Regional Office 11, located at Camp Quintin M. Merecido, Davao City, headed by Police Brigadier General Fillmore B. Escobal. Next is Police Regional Office 12, located at General Santos City, South Cotabato, headed by Police Brigadier General Michael John F. Dubria. And Police Regional Office 13, located at Camp Colonel Rafael C. Rodriguez, Butuan City, Agusan del Norte, headed by Police Brigadier General Romeo M. Caramat Jr. Cordillera Autonomous Region or CAR, located at Camp Bado, Dangwala, Trinidad 2601 Benguet, headed by Police Brigadier General Arwin S. Pagkalinawan. And Autonomous Region of Muslim Mindanao or ARMM, located at Parang, Maguindanao, headed by Police Brigadier General Samuel P. Rodriguez. So, yung 17 na Police Regional Offices is kasali din yung NCRPO, 13 na Police Regional Offices, and then CAR and ARMM. Provincial Police Office. For every region, there are provincial offices, each headed by a provincial director. So, dito sa Ilocos Norte, we have the Ilocos Norte Provincial Police Office, which is headed siya by Provincial Director Police Colonel Christopher Nortes Abrahano. And in large provinces, police districts may be established to be headed by a district director. So, mamaya, meron po ay tatalakayin ko po yung 5 police districts sa NCRPO. And at the city or municipal levels or stations, each is headed by a Chief of Police. So sa Lawag City Police Station, ang Chief of Police po nila is si Lieutenant Colonel Amador B. Quiocho. District offices, NCRPO or National Capital Region Police Office is divided into 5 districts, each headed by a district director. So first we have the Manila Police District, formerly Western Police District. So sakop nito yung buong Manila. So here's their logo, and it is headed by District Director Police Brigadier General Leo Manaog Francisco. Next is Eastern Police District. So sakop nito yung San Juan, Mandaluyong, Pasig. Here's their logo. So headed by District Director Police Brigadier General Matthew P. Bakay. Next is Northern Police District. So sa Caloocan, Malabon, and Valenzuela. And it is headed by Police Brigadier General Elicio de la Cruz. And Central Police District or CPD. So sa Quezon City. Sakop nito yung Quezon City. So here's their logo. So headed siya by District Director Police Brigadier General Danilo P. Masarin. Southern Police District. So it is in Pasay and Makati. So here's their logo, and headed siya by District Director Police Brigadier General Emmanuel B. Peralta. So that's the end of my discussion. I hope that you have learned something from me.
Hello guys, so my report is about the PNP Administrative and Operational Support Units. When we say Administrative Support Units, this includes the following: Crime Laboratory, Logistics Unit, Communication Unit, Computer Centers, Finance Center, and Civil Security Unit. And when we say Operational Support Units, this also includes the following: the Maritime Police Units, Police Intelligence Unit, Police Security Unit, Criminal Investigation Unit, Special Action Force, Narcotics Unit, Aviation Security Unit, Traffic Management Unit, Medical and Dental Centers, and Civil Relation Units. Let's start from the PNP Administrative Support Units. Number 1, the Crime Lab. The Crime Lab shall provide scientific and technical investigative aid and support to the PNP and other government investigative agencies. Meaning, the Crime Lab is giving assistance or support to the PNP organization by conducting an examination to the physical evidences that have gathered from the crime scene when there is an operation. Next one is the Logistics Units. Headed by a director with the rank of Chief Superintendent, shall be responsible for the procurement, distribution, and management of all logistical requirements of the PNP, including firearms and ammunition. In short, the Logistic Units is the main supplier of equipments and other services of the PNP, especially the firearms and transport vehicles of the PNP. Next one is the Communication Unit. Communication Unit shall be responsible for establishing an effective police communication network. Based from the name itself, communication. The duty of Communication Unit is to provide transmission or connection all over the PNP organization, and in order to communicate each other when there is crime happens. Next one is Computer Center. Computer Center shall be responsible for the design, implementation, and maintenance of a database system from the PNP. The function of Computer Center is to manage databases of information, systems, and also supports the PNP in other operation of major events, and also provide designs for conducting investigation. It also supports the implementation or enhancement of information system by other units. Next one is the Finance Center. The Finance Center shall be responsible for providing finance services to the PNP. In general meaning, the financial center is the one who maintains and supervises the operation of disbursement, collection, and remittance of financial support in the PNP. Next is the Civil Security Unit. Shall provide administrative services and general supervision over the organization, business operation, and activities of all organized private detectives, watchmen, security guard agencies, and company guard forces. The function of Civil Security Unit is to develop and enforce an effective system of providing security services that ensures the protection in the country and other properties and assets. So next one is the Operational Support Units. The Operational Support Units is made up of officers with wide range of specialist skills. The Operational Support Units is the one who execute when they receive an order from the commanding officer. Number 1 is the Maritime Police Unit. Maritime Police Unit shall perform all police functions over Philippine territorial waters and rivers. Meaning, sila ang tinatawagan kapag nakadetect ng threat ang ating police organization sa ating territorial waters. Kumbaga, sila ang frontliners natin sa ating mga territorial waters or rivers. Next one is Police Intelligence Unit. Shall serve as the intelligence and counterintelligence operating unit of the PNP. Meaning, sila ang unang-una na nakakaalam ng sitwasyon or sila ang magiging utak ng operation ng ating PNP organization. Kumbaga, sila ang ating magiging mata o utak ng ating operations. Number 3. Police Security Unit shall provide security for governmental officials, visiting dignitaries, and private individuals authorized to be given protection. Ang Police Security Unit naman ang nakatas na magbigay protection sa ating mga government officials or sa mga diplomats na bumisita sa ating bansa dahil sila ay makikipag-negotiate sa ating bansa. Next is the Criminal Investigation Unit. Shall undertake the monitoring, investigation, and prosecution of all crimes involving economic sabotage and other crimes of such magnitude and extent as to indicate their commission of highly placed or professional criminal syndicates and organizations. And they will be the one who conduct an investigation. Number 5. Special Action Force shall function as a mobile strike force or reaction unit to augment regional, provincial, municipal, and city police forces for civil disturbances control, counter-insurgency, hostage-taking, rescue operations, and other special operations. Meaning nito ay ang Special Action Force ang rumiresponde kapag may mga special operations na kinakailangan ng agarang solusyon. Kaya sila natawag na Special Action Force, kumbaga sila ang ating alas kapag tayo ay nahaharap sa mga alanganin o matitinding operation. Number 6 is Narcotics Unit. Shall enforce all laws relative to the protection of the citizenry against dangerous and other prohibited drugs and substances. Ang narcotics units naman ay responsable tungkol sa drugs and other prohibited drugs, kasama na dito yung other agencies like PDEA. Kumbaga, sila ang nag-e-enforce ng law upang mapigilan ang pagkalat o pagdami ng mga gumagamit ng droga o pagbebenta ng mga ito. Sila din ang humuhuli sa mga ito at nagbibigay parusa. Number 7 is Aviation Security Unit. Shall secure all the country's airports against offensive and terroristic acts that threaten civil aviation. Exercise operational control and supervision over all agencies involved in airport security operation, and enforce all laws and regulations relative to air travel protection and safety. Kung ang Maritime Security Unit ay para sa territorial waters and rivers, ang Aviation Security Unit naman ay sa air. Kapag may threat sa himpapawid na nadedetect ito ng Aviation Security Unit at sila din ang unang nag-e-enforce ng law doon, nasa clause sa PNP organization. Sila ang mga pulis na nagbabantay sa ating mga airport na nagtatravel sa iba't ibang bansa. At sila din ang nag-e-enforce ng rules and regulations dito. Number 8 is the Traffic Management Unit. Shall enforce the traffic laws and regulations. Ito naman ang tinatawag nating LTO, MMDA at iba pa. Sila ang mga nagpapatubad ng batas sa ating mga kalsada. Sila ang mga nag-regulate ng mga traffic rules and regulations. Kumbaga, sila ang katulungan ng ating PNP organization patungkol sa mga traffic rules and regulations. Number 9 is medical and dental centers. Shall be responsible for providing medical and dental services for the PNP. Meaning, sila ang nagpo-provide ng medicines sa PNP at check-up and dental check-up. Sila din ang nag-check sa mga nag-a-apply pa lamang na maging pulis. At sila ang nagme-maintain ng healthcare sa ating mga kapulisan. And last is Civil Relation Unit. Shall implement plans and programs that will promote community and citizens' participation in the maintenance of peace and order and public safety. From the name itself, Civil Relation Unit, meaning silang responsible about the public community relation in order to maintain the peace and order to our country. They also provide programs to improve the trust of the citizens to the PNP.
Good day, ma'am. My name is Richmond Sampahan from BSQ3BA. And today I will discuss to you the powers and function of the Chief PNP. Chief PNP is the command and direction of the PNP shall be vested in the Chief PNP, who shall have the power to direct and control tactical as well as strategic movements, deployment, placement, utilization of the PNP or any of its unit and personnel, including its equipment, facilities, and other resources. 2. Issue detailed implementing policies and instructions regarding personnel, funds, properties, records, correspondence, and such other matters as may be necessary. And last is dismiss of police officer. The manning levels or police to population ratio is 1 police is ratio with the ratio of 500 population in nationwide average, and 1 police is with the ratio with 1,000 population in minimum police to population ratio. Ibig sabihin, ma'am, ay yung isang police is minimum with 1,000 ratio, and in nationwide average, 1 police is 500 to 500 population ratio. And we go to the rank classification and its counterpart in the military. This, ma'am, medyo the module is hindi updated at may bagong batas ngayon na nagbabago ng the changing the ranks of the PNP. First is the Director General, the highest, or as we call it today as Police General. In the counterpart in the military is General. Deputy Director General, as we call it today, is Police Lieutenant General, or in the military, Lieutenant General. Director or Police Major General, in military, Major General. Chief Superintendent or Police Brigadier General; in military, Brigadier General. Senior Superintendent or Police Colonel; in military, Colonel. Superintendent or Police Lieutenant Colonel; in military is Lieutenant Colonel. Chief Inspector or Police Major; in military is Major. Senior Police Inspector or Police Captain; in military is Captain. Inspector, or as we call it, Police Lieutenant; in military is Lieutenant. Senior Police Officer or Police Executive Master Sergeant; in military is Master Sergeant. Senior Police Officer 3 or Police Chief Master Sergeant; in military is Technical Sergeant. Senior Police Officer 2 or Police Senior Master Sergeant; in military is Staff Sergeant. Senior Police Officer 1 or Police Master Sergeant; in military is Sergeant. Police Officer 3 or Police Staff Sergeant; in military is Corporal. Police Officer 2 or Police Corporal; in military is Private First Class. Police Officer 1 or Patrolman or Patrolwoman; in military is Private. There are non-commissioned officer ranks and commissioned officer ranks. In non-commissioned officer ranks or NCO, the ranks is PO1 to SPO4, or as we call it today is Patrolman or Patrolwoman, to Police Executive Master Sergeant. These are the NCO. In commissioned officer ranks, Inspector 2 Director General, or as we call it today is Police Lieutenant to Police General. These are the commissioned officer ranks or CO. And their key position and their corresponding ranks in PNP. The Chief is the highest position in the PNP with the rank of Director General, or as we call it today is Police General. Deputy Chief for Administration, the second in command with the rank of Deputy Director General or Police Lieutenant General. Deputy Chief for Operation, the third in command with the rank of Deputy Director General. Same with the Chief Administration, but the Deputy Chief for Operation is the third in command with the rank of Police Lieutenant General. NCR Director with the rank of Brigadier Regional Director with rank of Chief Superintendent, or as we call it, Police Brigadier General. Provincial Director with the rank of Senior Superintendent or Police Colonel. NCR District Director with the rank of Chief Superintendent or Police Brigadier General. And last is the Chief of Police with the rank of Chief Inspector, and today is Police Major. That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. Good day, everyone. I am Jarel Sanchez from CRIM 3BA, and I'm going to report my topic, status of the members of the PNP and the general qualifications for appointment of the PNP. So, first, status of the members of the PNP. Police officers are employees of the national government and shall draw their salaries from the national budget. Dito, sinasabi dito na yung mga police officers na empleyado ng national government o ng ating gobyerno, yung salary na natatanggap nila ay naka-align siya sa national budget, which means na national budget dun nakalatag na lahat yung budget ng kasama na yung budget ng salary ng police, salary ng mga sundalo, mga ganyan, yung mga pondo ng ating bansa. Next, they shall have the same salary grade level as that of public school teachers, police officers assigned in Metro Manila, chartered cities, and first-class municipalities may be paid financial incentives by the local government unit concerned subject to availability of funds. Dito naman, yung salary ng mga pulis ay humahalin tulad sa level ng mga public school teachers at saka police officers assigned in Metro Manila, dun sa mga malalawakang lugar kaya ng Metro Manila, ilang istasyon yung nandyan, napakarami. At yung chartered cities, pag sinabing chartered cities, gaya dito sa Lawag or sa Batak, yan yung mga chartered cities. And yung mga first class municipalities naman, yan yung mga municipalities na nagkaka-income ng mahigit 30 million yung income nila sa kanilang municipality. At yung financial nagbibigay sila ng financial incentive sa mga police officers parang salary allowance kumbaga, or yung mga pagkain ng mga pulis na ibinibigay nila. Next, punta tayo dito sa General Qualifications for Appointment to the PNP o RA 6975 as amended by RA 8551 and RA 9708. First, yung qualifications for the appointment to the PNP ay isa ka dapat na citizen of the Philippines. Citizen of the Philippines, isa kang Pilipino, full-blooded Pilipino na ipanganak dito sa Pilipinas. Ang nanay at tatay mo ay isang tunay na Pilipino at Pilipina, walang halong ibang dugo. Or kaya't naman ikaw ay pinanganak dito sa Pilipinas, mismo dito sa Pilipinas. Next, a person of good moral conduct. Ito naman, dapat bago ka isang qualification yung good moral conduct. Dahil nga, syempre, kung wala kang good moral, paano na lang kaya kung isa ka ng pulis? Kaya, nire-require dyan na maging qualification bago ka makapasok bilang isang pulis. Next, must have passed the psychiatric or psychological drug and physical test to be administered by the PNP or by any NAPOLCOM accredited government hospital for the purpose of determining physical and mental health. Dito naman, kailangan mo pang mag-undergo ng psychiatric or psychological. Ito yung tinitake nila, yung neuro test. Ito yung tinetest ka kung yung may effect, may tama na ba yung pag-iisip mo, kung nasa tama ka ba ang pag-iisip or wala na. At saka siyempre titest ka rin nila kung may background ka sa drugs. Kung siyempre kung nag-take ka na ng drugs, ma-identify yan. Dapat sa physical test, makapasa ka rin sa physical test, healthy, walang surgical, wala kang hindi ka pa na-operahan. At saka meron ding physical at saka mental health. Okay, dapat lahat 'yan. Next, must possess a formal baccalaureate degree from a recognized institution of learning. Dito dapat isa kang graduate of any 4-year course. Graduate ka kahit anong course, basta graduate ka ng 4 years. At example, una na, yun syempre yung criminology, dapat graduate ka ng 4-year course. Isang qualifications yan. Next, must be eligible in accordance with the standards set by the Commission. Yung standard ng Commission, dapat may pasa mo rin. Dapat must have passed on board examination given by the profession, regulation, commission, or the NAPOLCOM police entrance examination. Siyempre, hindi ibig sabihin na nakapag-graduate ka na ng 4-year course ay dire-diretso na yan. Siyempre, kailangan mo pang ipasa yung board exam. Or kung hindi ka naman graduate ng criminology, pwede kang mag-exam ng NAPOLCOM sa police entrance examination nila. Next, must not have been dishonorably discharged from military employment or dismissed for a cause from any civilian position in the government. Dapat hindi ka pa nakakagawa ng mga dishonorably discharged from military employment. Hindi ka pa nagkakaroon ng kaso. Next, must not have been convicted by final judgment of an offense or crime involving moral turpitude. Siyempre, dyan, sinasabi na dapat, siyempre, sa una, yung nauna kanina, must not have been dishonorably discharged. Meaning, siyempre, hindi ka rin pwede pag na-convict ka na. For example, must not have been convicted by final judgment. Dapat hindi ka pa na hahatulan ng kahit anong kaso. Kasama na rin yung moral turpitude. Next, must be at least 1 meter and 62 centimeters in height for male. Para sa lalaki, yung height na required ay 1.62 centimeters or 1 meter and 62 centimeters. And 1 meter and 57 centimeters for female. Sa babae naman, 157 centimeters lahat or 1 meter and 57 centimeters. Yan yung qualifications ng height requirement sa police, sa PNP. Next, must weigh not more or less than 5 kilograms from the standard weight corresponding to his or her height, age, and sex. Ang PNP may nire-require nila yung qualifications na BMI. Yung BMI dapat normal ka lang. Mula 18.5 to 24.9 yung BMI mo dapat. Pero depende pa rin yan sa height mo or sa edad mo at sa gender mo. Kung isa ka bang lalaki, babae. Yan. Next, for a new applicant must not be less than 21 years old nor more than 30 years old of age. Ito naman, pag bagong pasok ka pa lang, dapat hindi bababa sa 21 years old yung edad mo. So, meaning, pag 20 years old ka pa lang ngayon, hindi ka pa pwedeng maka-apply bilang police. So, paano pag ganito? 20 years old ka ngayon, magbo-birthday ka na bukas. Pero, yung nag-a-apply ka, pero hindi ka natanggap dahil nga nahuli yung birthday mo. So, hindi pa qualified yung age mo para sa qualifications sa PNP. At hindi ka rin dapat lalagpas ng 30 years of age. Hindi ka na dapat lalagpas ng 30 years old bago pa pumasok ng PNP. Hindi na qualified ang 31 and above na mag-e-entry ng PNP. Pursuant to nakaano to sa batas natin na pursuant to RA 9708, PNP members who are already in the service upon the effectivity of Republic Act number 8551 shall be given 5 years to obtain the minimum educational qualification, preferably in law enforcement related courses, to be reckoned from the date of the effectively of this mandatory act, provided furthermore that for a concerned PNP members rendering more than 15 years of service and who have exhibited exemplary performance as determined by the commission shall no longer be required to comply with the aforementioned minimum educational requirement. Ito dapat, dito sa pulis, dito na sa pagpupulis, hindi ka naman hindi ka naman mapopromote kung hindi ka makakapag-schooling. So, dapat kailangan mong mag-schooling. Minimum of, sabi niya dito, Republic Act shall be given 5 years to obtain the minimum educational qualification na related to related law enforcement related courses, yung mga related lang sa law enforcement. At ang isang police ay concern ng police na yung pag-render nila ng service ay 15 years of service, more than 15 years yan. Pero pag 15 years, naabutan mo na yung 15 years, pwede ka nang pwede ka nang mag-resign. Depende kung gugustuhin mo nang mag-resign sa ganyang taon. 15 years, konti pa yan. So, yan lamang yung aking topic at sana may natutunan kayo sa aking discussion. Thank you and God bless you all.
Examinations and Eligibility. Section 32 of Republic Act 6975 states that the NAPOLCOM shall administer the entrance and promotional examination for police officers on the basis of the standards set by the Commission, as amended by Republic Act number 8551. So, the NAPOLCOM conducts 2 sets of police examinations twice a year. One for those who are already in the police service. So, ito ang police promotional examination. And another is for those aspiring to enter the Philippine National Police. Ito naman ay ang Police Entrance Examination. Police Entrance Examination. It is an examination taken by applicants of the PNP. It is open to all Filipino citizens who meet the age, height, and educational requirements. Ang age requirement ay hindi ka dapat 30 above. So, sa height naman, kailangang at least 5'2" feet ang mga lalaki at 5 feet naman para sa mga babae. Ang entrance examination ay para sa mga citizen or civilian na gustong magpulis. So kapag may pasa mo ito, maaari mo itong gamitin sa pag-apply sa PNP kung may recruitment na gagawin sa bawat region na opisina ng PNP. Police Promotional Examination. This is taken by in-service police officers as part of the mandatory requirements for promotion. So ito ay isang pagsusulit na ginagawa ng mga kapulisan na nasa serbisyo na gustong tumaas ang ranggo o gustong ma-promote. For example, ang police officer exam ay kinukuha ng mga pulis na walang ibang eligibility kundi ang entrance exam lamang. Hindi sila pwedeng ma-promote mula PO1 to PO3 kung hindi nila may pasa ang police officer exam. Ang senior police officer exam naman ay para sa mga pulis na may ranggo hanggang PO3. Kinakailangang may pasa nila ang senior police examination upang maaari silang ma-promote sa ranggong SPO1 hanggang SPO4. Gaya ng nabanggit, ito ay para sa mga kulang o walang eligibility. walang board exam at hindi CSC passer. Ang police inspector at police superintendent exam naman ay para sa mga qualified police only. Police officers who are licensed criminologists no longer need to take the police promotional examinations as part of the requirements for promotion. As PRC board passers, they have already complied with the eligibility requirement. So yung mga registered criminologists na police, hindi na nila kailangang mag-take ng exam para sa promotion. Because as stated in the Republic Act number 11131 section 34, all registered criminologists shall be exempt from taking any other entrance or qualifying government or civil service examinations and shall be considered civil service eligible.
Appointment of uniform PNP personnel. P1 to inspector. Appointed by the regional director for regional personnel or by the chief PNP for the national headquarters. This will the chief PNP will appoint PO1 to SPO4 to the regional personnel, and inspector to superintendent appointed by the chief PNP. The chief or the PNP will appoint the inspector to superintendent. Next is senior superintendent to deputy director general appointed by the president upon recommendation of the chief PNP, subject to the confirmation of commission on appointment. The president will recommend the appointment of senior superintendent to deputy director general, and director general will be appointed by the president among all the senior officer down to the rank. The president will be the one who will appoint the director general. And kinds of appointment. The kinds of appointment, first is the permanent. When an applicant possesses the upgraded general qualification for appointment in the PNP, or he finished the board exam, or he is qualified to be on PNP personnel. And temporary, when the appointment of an applicant is under the waiver program due to weight requirements pending satisfaction of the requirement waive, or example, the height is not 5'2", you will apply on waiver to be an PNP personnel. Lateral entry of officer. This was an provision of law that allows the appointment of the police commission officer PCOS to file up the vacancies for the line and technical service position in the PNP. And like inspector rank, if an dentist, optimist, nurses, engineers, graduate of forensic sciences will be, if they apply in PNP, they will go in inspector rank if they apply in PNP. Next is and if they graduate of Philippine National Police Academic and licensed criminology, they will be an inspector rank. Hmm. And senior inspector rank. This was the chief planes member of bar or doctors of medicine. If they apply in PNP, they will appoint in senior inspector rank. If they member of bar, they like the attorney. And that's all for the appointment of PMP personnel.
Waivers for initial appointment to the PNP RA 8551. The age, height, weight, and educational requirements for initial appointment to the PNP may be waived only when the number of qualified applicants falls below the minimum annual quota provided. So, dito sinasabi na magkakaroon lang ng waivers of the appointment on the PNP pag yung bilang ng mga aplikante is mas mababa sa itinalaga ng bilang or annual quota ng NAPOLCOM. So for example, on the national, kailangan ng 500 applicants for the PNP, but maraming mga aplikante na disqualified. So dito na papasok yung mga waivers for initial appointment. And dito yung mga waivers or mga indigenous people is dapat is may mga special talent or special skills sila. For example is the marksmanship. Then next is the that an applicant shall not below 20 nor over 30 years of age. So ito naman is dapat yung mga aplikante is dapat hindi mas mataas sa 35 years of age or mas mababa sa 20 years of age ang kanilang edad. So next is that any applicant not meeting the weight requirements shall be given reasonable time but not to exceed 6 months within which to comply with the said requirement. So ito naman is na-i-apply sa mga overweight na aplikante na binibigyan ng pagkakataon para ma-meet nilang ang requirement ng PNP ng pinag-a-apply nila. So, that the waiver for height requirement shall be automatically granted to applicants belonging to the cultural minorities. So yung mga indigenous people is mabibigyan sila agad ng waiver or waiver of the appointment on the PNP na pinamumunuan o ina-approve ng NAPOLCOM Regional Director. Then for the educational requirements is the applicant must finish 73 units in college or must have a bachelor's degree. Then next is the selection criteria under the waiver program. Applicants who possess the least disqualification shall take precedence over those who possess more disqualification. So yung mga qualified na aplikante is pwede silang magpatuloy sa PNP, lalo na kung fit na fit ito or marami itong mga eligible na requirements na naipasa. Then for those disqualified na applicants is mapupunta sila sa waiting list. So next is the requirement shall be waived in the following order: age, height, weight, and education. So ito is dito na yung nasa loob ng folder na pwede nasa loob ng folder na dito nakalagay yung mga requirements na kailangan mo para makapag-apply sa PNP.